or 4 of them and make some Xerox copies. Pass out if you want to make color copies, make it look even pretty. And tell people to come to your church.
Right.
Amen.
Amen.
I'm going to be on a campaign next week.
Amen.
Just like we did when we went to vote. The firemen was all walking in the neighborhoods to get their cause passed. When Christians going to campaign? We need to start campaigning for Jesus. Sometimes the words that we have not because we ask not. Tell the people. If they don't care if they don't come. Try to tell 10 people. We get 2 out of 10. That's good. Amen. We got a campaign for Jesus. But I want to talk from a topic. Following godly examples. There ain't nothing wrong with following godly examples. And the Lord came to me, and I don't know why he chose this young man, but he came to me and said, look at Lot. Lot, Abraham's nephew. God called Abraham to leave his comfort zone, to leave his father, his mother, his kinfolk's house where he was raised, and Abraham was doing pretty good in Haran. But Lot admired his uncle, and he wanted to be with his uncle. So when God called Abraham to leave the country where he was dwelling, to go to a land I will show you, because I want to make of you a great nation of people, and you shall be a father of many, because Abraham was a faithful man. Lot journeyed with his uncle. What would make a nephew want to follow his uncle to a strange place that not even his uncle knew where he was going? What it is about you and I that our nieces, our nephews, our neighbors, our godkids want to follow us? What can we do to be like Abraham to get the people that's under us, around us, that live with us, work with us, follow us?
That's right.
So let's look at Lot today. And let's see what Lot saw in Abraham. And maybe we can use the example he used and make godly decisions by following godly examples. It's always good to follow your pastor and your first lady if they're godly examples. But what about people that's not in your church? Or what about you being the example that people should follow? Either one is good, because even though I'm Brother White's pastor, I look up to Brother White because he's my elder. Amen? Amen. I looked up to Brother Abner when he was in y'all's day because he was my elder. I admired them, and at their age, they still serving the Lord. That's how I want to be an old man, still serving the Lord. Amen. Amen. I can't get there if I sleep on Sunday morning. Amen. And don't go serve the Lord. So we all got somebody, even though I'm his pastor, he beats me here. A lot of people don't know that. When I get in here, I'm ready to sit there waiting on me. And that's the kind of people, and that's what he's supposed to do. He's a servant, he's a leader, he's a man. And the rest of y'all come on time. But Brother White already here before I get here. Every Sunday. I don't know, and I get here an hour early. So I don't know how long he been here. I get here every Sunday around 9:15, 9:20. Church don't start at 10:15. Check the sound. Just because we live on me, I'm going to give you ragged stuff. I check the equipment. Testing 1, 2. Amen. Sometimes I sing. I play the music. I do all that. Brother White makes sure the chair's right. We make sure this is even with that, and this is it. But he get it before me. Wow. So I want to be like him on time. Right. Now I can't have my member being on time and I'm not. Right. So that's a godly example right there in front of me. Right. So find somebody that's doing godly things, and we need to follow them and detach ourselves from crab mentality people. Amen. Yeah. And if you don't have nobody you can look up to, make somebody look up to you from the way you carry yourself. That's what the lesson is about. Amen. Look to them and say, he ain't gonna finish. Because that example he gave with Brother White, we close the church and go home. But I'm telling the truth. When we have the other building, Brother White will go every Saturday and make sure all the leaves off the property. Y'all probably thought I kept the building clean. We go down there on the Wednesday, it'd be leaves, trash everywhere. Brother White would go every Saturday or every Friday and clean up. And I tried to help him one time and told me, I got it, Pastor. Hey, that's what I want to be like. I want to be like that when it comes to service. I mean, I can't preach, but I can work for the kids. And that's a good example in front of me. I got to look in on TV find an example. I got examples right here.
That's right.
You got examples right here.
That's right.
Let's look at Lot, Abraham's nephew. When God called Abraham to leave his kinfolk and his country and journey to a new land, if I say new land, so that God could make him a great nation of people, Lot followed his uncle. I mean, I can see you follow your daddy, your brother, your sister, your mama, but your uncle? What kind of man was Abraham? Abraham must have been an upright man among his family and community. Obviously, he was God-fearing because God had called him to be a father of many nations. So Lot probably, you never know who watching you. You never know who looking at you. Lot probably always admired his uncle. And you too probably growing up had a favorite uncle or aunt. It was something about them that you admired that you followed them or you liked them. But Lot, he left everything, his place of comfort, and went along with his uncle. What is it about Abraham that Lot wanted to follow his uncle? That's what puzzled me. I know we talk about Jesus and all that, but guess what? The whole Bible was given for our learning. We can look at any example that's positive, and God don't mind us talking about it, because that's his children too. And Lot must have been an upright man too, because when God sent the angels to destroy Sodom, the angels went to Lot and say, is there anybody else here besides your kids you got right here? Y'all need to get out of here, because I got orders to destroy the city. So Lot could have picked up some of his uncle's characteristics. Amen. We know that Abraham was a rich man. Abraham had a lot of sheep and cattle. And we know that Abraham loved God because he built an altar. We know that Lot was a rich man because his herdmen and Abraham's herdmen, not them, were fighting about the land. So Abraham said, look, we brothers, we kinfolk. There's no need for us to fight. You choose the left, I choose the right, or you choose the right, and I choose the left. But we can't fight. So Lot was like his uncle already. But he admired his uncle, following God's example. We know that Abraham was an upright man. We know that based on what the scripture said about Abraham. What God said. God said he knew he could trust Abraham and bless him because he knew Abraham was going to teach his children to the commandments. Let's look at that. God knew that Abraham was an upright man and that he could bless Abraham because he said in Genesis 18, he knew that Abraham would command his children in the Lord. Ain't that something nice to say about a person? When people say, I'm going to give you this car because I know you're going to take care of it. When people say, I'm going to give you this loan because I know you're going to pay me back. When people say, I'm going to leave this house because I know you're going to take care of it. When people say, I want to leave my kids with you because I know you're going to look out after them. That's commendable. We need more commendable things said to us as believers and not evil things or harsh things. Let's look at Genesis chapter 18, verse 19. When you finally say, bless his name.
Bless his name.
God knew Abraham would do the right thing, and that's why he blessed him. Genesis 18, 19. And it says, this is what God said about Abraham. For I know him, that he will command his children and his household after him, that they should keep the way of the Lord, to do justice and judgment, that the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he has spoken of him. Ain't that powerful? Amen. That's what the Lord said. I know Abraham, that he's going to command his children to keep the way of the Lord. And if Lot grew up around Abraham, he saw the character in Abraham. And we know that Abraham and Sarah didn't have no children at that time when God told them to go to the land I will show you. Sarah was barren and stricken in age. But I'm quite sure that Abraham had nieces and nephews, possibly, or children in the community. And Abraham probably always directed them to do the right thing. And Lot saw that. You got a lot of people that live in your community when you was growing up didn't have children. But they'll tell you, all right, now put them rocks down and get on down the street. And get on home. Y'all cut all that fighting out. That's probably how Abraham was. And Lot took heed to that. But what was it about Abraham that made his nephew want to walk in his footsteps? Is it possible that Abraham was not only Lot's uncle, but also his role model?
Right.
Is it possible that Abraham was not only Lot's uncle, but also his role model? Lot probably admired his uncle because the Bible stated that Abraham was rich. And not because he wanted his uncle's money, because the Bible says Lot had cattle too. But he probably admired his uncle because he was successful.
Right.
And who don't want to be around their uncle, ain't a mama, brother, sister, a cousin, a neighbor that's successful?
Right. Amen.
That done good for themselves.
Right.
Just because you're a single parent don't mean you can't be successful.
Amen.
Amen?
Amen.
Just because you black don't mean you can't be successful.
Amen.
Just because you white don't mean you can't be successful. Just because you Hispanic, just because you female don't mean you can.
Amen.
They just elected 19 black women judges.
Amen.
And people were shouting. And I made my wife laugh. I say, baby, God bless them that they made it and were elected, but I don't plan to go before neither one of them. I applaud them for their coming, but I don't want to go before no judge, black or white. I want to do what? The right thing.
That's right.
Amen.
Amen.
Lot probably admired his uncle because the Bible says that Abraham was rich. Let's look at that. Maybe that's one of the reasons. He was successful. He was a good example. Genesis 13, verse 2. When you finally say bless his name. Genesis 13, verse 2. Genesis chapter 13, verse 2. And it says, and Abraham was very rich in cattle and silver and in gold. Abraham was very rich in cattle, silver, and in gold. This was before he got to the promised land. When God told him to leave his kinfolk, he left with all his substance, and Lot went along with him. And we know Lot wasn't no lazy little boy. He was a grown man, but we know he learned some things, probably from his uncle. Because let's look at Genesis chapter 13, verse 7. Look what it says. And there was strife between the herdmen of Abraham's cattle and the herdmen of Lot's cattle. And the Canaanite and the Perizzite dwelled in the land. And Abraham said unto Lot, let there be no strife, I pray thee, between me and thee, and between my herdmen and thy herdmen, for we be brethren. Is not the whole land before thee? Separate thyself, I pray thee, from me. If thou wilt take the left hand, then I will go to the right. Or if thou wilt depart to the right hand, then I will go to the left. So Lot was successful too, and he probably learned some of that stuff from Abraham.
Right.
Amen?
Amen.
Following godly examples is my topic. Abraham chose the land of Canaan, which is the area where God had promised him. But Lot pitched his tent towards Sodom. He didn't go to Sodom right then, but he could see Sodom. And eventually, at some point, he moved to Sodom. Amen?
Amen.
Let's look at Genesis chapter 13, look at verse 12. And Abraham dwelled in the land of what? Canaan. And Lot dwelled in the cities of the plain and pitched his tent towards Sodom. That's why they're good to look at sin every day.
That's right. Man.
He pitched his tent towards Sodom. And even though he eventually moved to Sodom at some point, he still maintained his character. Lot not only admired the business side of his uncle, but the spiritual side as well.
Amen.
Abraham built an altar and worshiped the Lord. How do we know? Let's look at Genesis chapter 12, verse 8. Genesis chapter 12, verse 8. Look what it says. And he moved from thence unto the mountain of the east of Bethel, and pitched his tent, having Hion on the east, and there he built an altar unto the Lord, and called on the name of the Lord. Oh, Lot know that uncle was a praying uncle.
Amen.
Your nieces, nephews, children, friends, they know if you're a praying woman.
Amen.
Lot probably admired that about his uncle, and he too probably was a praying man, even though the scripture don't say it. Lot lived in Sodom among the heathen.
Right.
In the New Testament, it wrote that he was vexed around sin. He was uncomfortable around sin. Anytime you're comfortable around sin, it means there's no conviction.
Right.
Don't mean you got to go around being judgmental toward people.
Right.
But you should be comfortable in the hog pen.
Amen.
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 I don't even like mud to get on the heel of my shoe,
Right.
let alone lay on in the mud.
Amen.
Amen. He too, like his uncle, was God-fearing. God made a promise to Abraham that if he could find 10 righteous people living in Sodom, because he had orders to destroy it, and Abraham questioned God and said, if it had 50 righteous people living there, would you spare the city? Because Abraham's nephew was living over there. And he didn't want nothing to happen to his nephew.
Right.
And God said, Abraham, if we find 45, I will.
That's right.
Finally got down to 30.
Right.
And Abraham said, what if we find 20? He said, I won't do it if you find 10.
Wow.
And let me show you how we know God is a thinking God. God knew there were only 6 people living in that city that probably was living right. So God, just to save the conversation, he said, Abraham, if I find 10, I'll spare the city. But the angels only found 4. That was Lot, his wife, his 2 daughters. He went to go tell his son-in-laws if they would repent and left with him that the angels were going to destroy the city. But the Bible said they laughed at it. So that would have been 6. So God said, if I find 10, he knew we weren't going to find 10. Listen, this is powerful. God already know. That's why when Harvey come, God already know where to let Harvey go. He already know who not to flood it. He already ain't gonna put no more on you. Then you can laugh, you can believe me or not. He know where the wicked live and where the righteous live.
Amen.
He told Abraham, if I find 10, I won't destroy the city. He already knew it wasn't but 6. And out of them 6, 2 of them wasn't gonna make it. And out of the 4 made it out, but only 3 made it to the mountain because his wife looked back.
Right.
So he didn't find 10. So the angels ended up destroying the city.
That's right.
But Abraham wanted to know, Lord, if we find 10, God said, if I find 10, I won't destroy the city. Let's look at that. Look at your neighbor and say, getting ready to close. Genesis 18. See, y'all can re-preach these lessons. They so simple, yet powerful. We take on the principles. Look to them and say, take on the principles from the lesson. You'll be all right.
Amen.
I won't be like Lot. Ain't nothing wrong being like Lot. If Lot did some good things.
That's right.
Genesis chapter 18, verse 32, when he finally said, bless his name.
That's the name.
Genesis 18, 32. Look at that. And he said, oh, let not the Lord be angered. I will speak, but unto this one peradventure 10 shall be found. And he said, I will not destroy it for 10's sake. That's God talking to Abraham. But God didn't find 10. So we know that Lot was rich, had cattle like his uncle, and Lot loved the Lord. How do we know that Lot loved the Lord? Look to them and say, preacher, help me, help me. Because when the angels came to destroy the city, Lot was sitting at the gate and he saw them. And the first thing he did when he saw the angels, they looked like humans. He bowed down and worshiped them. The angels didn't say, hey, we angels. We coming to destroy them. Lot knew they was angels. But they looked like men. And Lot fell down and worshiped them and gave them something to eat. And they told Lot, we got to destroy the city. We can't do nothing till we get you out of here. Is there anybody else in your family that you love that you want to get out of here? He said, yeah, my son-in-laws. And when he went to warn them, they started laughing at him. See, his son-in-laws, they had respect he had for Abraham. Because they probably was looking at, well, you live among the sinners just like me. You see the difference? How people prejudge, but they couldn't see Lot's heart.
Right.
Lot lived among them, but he was vexed. He hated living among them.
Right.
Amen?
Amen.
Let's look at Genesis chapter 19. Start at verse 1. Genesis chapter 19, start at verse 1.
Amen.
Genesis 19, verse 1. How did Lot know that these were angels when they looked like human form? Because he God-fearing.
Amen.
Look what it says. And there came 2 angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. Look, he was so vexed he didn't want to even be in there. He just sat at the gate of the city.
Yep.
And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face to the ground. They didn't tell him they were angels.
Right.
He knew they was angels because he God-fearing.
Amen.
So he bowed himself down and worshiped them. Look at verse 12. And the men said unto Lot, hast thou here any besides son-in-law and thy sons and thy daughters, and whoever thou hast in the city, and bring them out of this place? For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of the Lord, and the Lord has sent us to destroy it. Verse 14, and Lot went out and spake unto his son-in-law, which married his daughters, and said, Up, get you up out this place, for the Lord will destroy the city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his son-in-law. And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife, thy 2 daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. And while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his 2 daughters, the Lord being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth and set him without the city. Linger means he was dragging his feet. He was moving, but he moved slow, getting his stuff. And the angel had to lay hand on him and say, Come on, brother, we got to move. We got parts to destroy. You're dragging your feet. I'm getting ready to close. Has God planted anyone in your life that could be a benefit to you spiritually and physically? Had not would have got out of the city, he would have died. So you want to follow people that will benefit you spiritually and physically. Look around. God examples are not hard to find.
Amen.
Be like Lot. Follow God examples today. It could spare your life, but more importantly, your soul.
Amen.
Get a lot of hand clap praise. Following godly examples. I hope something was said that can encourage you along the way, along your Christian endeavor with Jesus.